Okay, so this is another paid video. This question reads, so my type of work requires me to travel from Kaduna to Jos often. That's about 4.5 hour journey. I would love a Peugeot. I would love a Peugeot 307 automatic transmission that has power, good fuel economy, and parts reasonably cheap and available. Which one will you recommend? So I don't mind a very clean, non-abused Nigerian use. My budget for the car is 1.1 million for Nigerian use and 1.4 million for direct version, or what we know as Tokumbo. Okay, so you want the distance that you want you'll be covering with this car and on the journey is okay. I don't know what the kilometers, but you from what you said, yeah, it will take you about 5 hours on each of those journeys. So so you need an engine that can be able to sustain that kind of usage and still return good fuel economy. In that case, also you prefer automatic. So I would recommend any of the 2.0 liter engine. Any of the 2.0 liter engine will serve you better on this if you're always on the road. I mean highway, not just city drive. The 2.0 liter will serve you better on this. You want power, like you mentioned that we have 1.6 liter and 1.4. Okay, 1.4 they don't come with automatic transmission. So the 1.6 liter comes. All these I'm talking about are petrol engines. So the 1.6 liter petrol engine um, comes with automatic and also manual, depending on the one you want. They will also serve you, but one thing I've observed from experience is the 307 with that 1.6 engine with automatic, it affects their power. Unlike the same vehicle with same engine and manual transmission. The manual transmission was delivers the engine delivers the power to the wheel much better than the one that have the automatic transmission attached. So that's what difference. So if you want power, you will really enjoy it with the 1.6. Now the 1.6 liter engine in 307, which is TU5JP4, that's the model name. It doesn't mean it will not serve you this purpose. It will still serve you the same purpose. You're on the journey all the time, traveling and everything. But the thing there is, you won't have to push it hard like you would do with the 2.0. So it will serve you. In fact, the fuel economy is much better than the 2.0, which is EW10J4, but not better than the EW10A. EW10A is more fuel economical than EW10J4 and even that 1.6 liter, which is TU5JP4. The EW10A is also a 2.0 liter engine. So the 1.6 will give you just power good enough, but like I said, I don't know. Everybody have a different, not necessarily opinion, different expectation when it comes to power. You know, so you might be okay with the 1.6, but personally, I won't be okay. That's the difference. So I don't know. It may help you better to make the choice if you can drive any of them. See, okay, how is the power with the 1.6 that has automatic? If it's manual, you won't even bother. You probably may not bother with the 2.0. The power is okay for 307. The 1.6 with manual, you won't bother. Especially if you have that fuel economy. But if you want power, you have to step up to 2.0. The fuel economy is there, but don't expect it will consume more. I'm talking about EW10J for it consumes more than the 1.6. Except you step up higher again and get the 2.0, which comes mostly in phase 2, 2006 model to 2008. That's why you get the EW10A. So the reason why I'm saying all this because you prefer automatic. So I have to work with the limitations there. Otherwise, there are other engines I could talk about, but the other they have the manual transmission and all that. Um, you know, so like I said, based on your choice, the 2.0 one will serve you better. But here is the thing with the 2.0. Like I said, there are 2.0 with automatic transmission. There's another 2.0, but it doesn't come with automatic. That one is purely for sports, so it has only manual. So if the one with automatic EW10J4 and the EW10A, one is about 136 horsepower, the other one is about 140 horsepower. So the one of EW10J4 um, is the 136. That one, the fuel economy is good, but there's a newer one which is the EW10A. That one consumes much less with more power. But the one thing about that EW10A, which is newer, it succeeded the older 2.0 EW10J4 that consume a little bit more. The thing there is not every mechanic know how to troubleshoot that engine. That's just where I'm coming from. That is, to me, that would be the best choice for you. It has more power, it consumes the least among all these engines in terms of power delivery and fuel economy. But then not every mechanic know how to troubleshoot it. The parts are available, but then you may end up, I don't know how to put it, end up with a mechanic or that will wreck that engine for you and mess it up. Not just the engine, the electrical that control the engine. The one they are more familiar is most of the mechanics are the 1.6 liter and the older 2.0 liter, which is the EW10J4. So that's the thing. The best one for you is that newer one, EW10A. It gives less issues. Well, all of them, I'm not saying they are troublesome, the other ones, but to me, it has its own peculiar issues, while the other two also have their own peculiar issues. So none of them have, their issues are not feasible, or they are not big turn off that you won't afford to maintain them. Some of those issues can be prevented, and I've done videos on how you can prevent some of those issues, even for coming up, or how you can manage them and still enjoy the ownership of that engine. So that's my concern here, because at the end of the day, you don't even live in Abuja. Had it been you live in Abuja, I would say, okay, I probably will be handling the repairs or diagnosis until you figure it out yourself, or find somebody that can be able to. I can recommend somebody that can be doing it for you, even if in my absence. But for considering where you are, Kaduna, Jos, you'll be always on the road. Okay, I know one or two persons that in Kaduna that can do the diagnosis for you or repairs, but I don't know in Jos. And then remember, you have to be on the highway all the time. So because at some point, no matter how good your car is, something will fail. It may fail or in the city or while in the journey. So ability to be able to troubleshoot it on that road or find somebody that will be able to do that is now the issue. Since it's not the engine most mechanics know how to fix, they even hate it. Most of them hate it, discourage people from buying it. So you may buy it and they will kill it for you. Or unless you are ready to be doing the diagnosis yourself, starting by buying a proper diagnostic tool like PP2000 and be scanning the car yourself. If you have any issue, you need an expert that can be guiding you. In that case, you can subscribe for my consultancy services. You pay that money, the full consultancy services money. So any issue you have, I can always guide you on how to troubleshoot it. But you still need to get your own diagnostic tool, at least the scanner, the professional scan tool, not generic scan tool. So it doesn't mean like I said, the engine is not problematic or troublesome, but because most mechanics lack understanding of that engine, so they condemn it, so they may mess it up for you. But that would be the first choice I would recommend. Otherwise, you have to go for either the 2.0 liter, the other older 2.0 liter, which is EW10J4, or the 1.6, which is the TU5JP4. But that 1.6, this one that you've mentioned, power, I don't know. Because the why I'm pointing this out is a lot of people purchase their 307 with 1.6 liter and the automatic transmission. I'm talking about the men now, not the women. After a while, they started complaining that the car is not pulling the way it was when they got it new. I told them, probably you were too excited, you weren't paying attention. It won't pull. It's not expected to pull. I know that engine. That engine is much better with manual. As far as 307 is concerned, 307 is it's heavy. It's a heavy car. In other words, it's heavier than the size. That's where I'm coming from. So the weight is almost the same weight with 406. So that engine will work better with manual. Automatic, especially that AL4 model gear, automatic gearbox attached on it, saps some power before power will get to the wheel. So you need engine that at least to be able to produce even that additional power that it will consume before the wheel can even get the remaining. The 2.0 will serve you better there. But it all depends on you. Right? It depends on you. If you drive it and the power is okay, the 1.6 liter, hey, who am I to tell you it's not powerful enough? Not everybody is into quick acceleration or high speed. So if, for example, if you want to buy the 1.6 liter, I will advise don't go beyond 120 on a long journey. If of course once in a while you could go, I'm not telling you to break the Nigerian law or road rules or everything, but I'm saying once in a while, whatever country you are, depending on your legal rules of the road, yeah, you can go beyond that. I think the maximum speed of that EW10 TU5JP for that 1.6 is about 170 or thereabout. That's the maximum speed you're supposed to do. So probably you can push it 140, 150, and that will be the end. Don't even go beyond that, otherwise start killing that engine. So traveling all the time with that kind of engine means you keep the speed as low as possible so that the engine will not stress. The smaller the engine, especially the naturally aspirated, the better not to stress the engine. The bigger engines have enough power and everything designed to handle the higher RPM as you push them higher. But these smaller ones, we start pushing them too hard because they are designed specifically for fuel economy. You start to stress them, they start to wear out much faster. So keep the RPM lower, use the recommended oil, then it will last for you, irrespective of how many times you put them on the road, on the highway. The 2.0 liter, the bigger one, will be able to withstand the stress better. So if you travel more with it, the 2.0 will serve you much better. You can be able to speed more with it without stressing the engine more than the smaller ones. The smaller ones that you can speed with, that can handle all those things, like all those supercharged ones, so those artificial things they attach on it to help to boost the power. Now, even at that, they are mechanical. Some of the components inside are designed differently. Some of them have different crankshaft, camshaft, pistons that are forged differently with hard material to be able not to wear out much faster compared to the ones that are designed just for normal acceleration. You see why you won't compare a smaller engine with, smaller naturally aspirated engine with the forced induction ones. They are not the same at all. Now, back to the next thing on your thing is the price. Now, you talk about Nigerian use, not abuse Nigerian use. 1.1 million is possible can get you one. I'm not saying, yes, between 1 million to 2 million naira can get you a good Nigerian used one, depending on the grade, on how clean the car is, and of course non-abused. But the 1.4 million you are budgeting for Tokumbo is not possible. It doesn't matter how you feel about what I'm saying. It's not possible right now in Nigeria to get a Tokumbo with the custom duty. Even the converted one, right-hand drive to left-hand drive, I'm not even sure you'll be able to get it at this price. I won't comment more on that one because I cannot say for sure how much they cost. But I know for the factory left-hand drive, direct to Kumbo with custom duty, 1.4 million. It's not even possible to even Nigerian use. You have to even, there are some self that cost more than that. I almost clean non-abused Peugeot 307 Nigerian use. They cost more than that, especially automatic. Automatic, especially in this side of the country, northern part, is more expensive because most women prefer 307 and they come with automatic, so there is higher demand for them here. So the price, they cost more. So even if you can get manual less than 3 million to Kumbu, it'd be very hard to get automatic at that price. Now, the way the conversion rate economy is in Nigeria, so if you want Tokumbo, then you have to budget over 2 million naira. If you get one less than 2 million, you are lucky. But so the best thing for you, based on your budget, just work towards Nigerian use, non-abused Nigerian use. Whichever, it all depends on the grade. Can get between 1 million, 1 point something, 1.1, 1.2, 1.5, even 2, up to 2 million Nigerian use. But like I said, it all depends on the grade. There are some Nigerian use that are as good as Tokumbo as you won't even need to start to bother to price it down, because even your eyes will tell you, see, if you can't afford it, just walk away, knowing that this is the value of the car. It's as simple as that. At least now you know your options. Like I said, I don't know about the right-hand drive converted to left-hand drive Tokumbo ones, how much they cost right now. But I know the factory left-hand drive cost now. It's very difficult to get one with automatic more than or less than 2 million naira. It's possible, but it will be very difficult. Less than 2 million. Manual, maybe. Automatic, I doubt. It's going to be challenging. But then anything is possible. But personally, if you come to me and say that to help you get one for you, I won't take that deal or that kind of service. I won't be able to provide it because I know it's like wasting. It's going to waste my time and my money going around and trying to look for something I know is more of impossible to find. So I won't take that deal. If you want to take it up, bring it up. But like I said, you can find it yourself. I believe all these have answered your question. But the 307, there are so many engines there. I don't want, but then for the automatic, we are only limited to 3 engines. For petrol engines, you are limited only to 3 engines. The 1.6, which has about 104 or 106 horsepower. The 2.0 liter EW10 J4 is about 136 horsepower. Then the EW10A, which is the best of these 3, is 142, 143 horsepower, or 140 horsepower, thereabouts. More fuel economical, more powerful, same automatic transmission. These 3 engines I listed, they all have the same automatic gearbox model. So the EW10A will serve you better. But then, if you are not ready to do the repairs or diagnosis yourself, or I don't know, the problem is not being in the city. In the Kaduna, it's not a problem fixing or diagnosing the car when something comes up. But on the road or in Jos, I can't say that you'll be able to fix it or do it. It's possible, but I can't guarantee. So it may be safer for you to go for the common one, any mechanic or quack. Even quack, they know how to be able to handle repairs or diagnosis, at least to some extent, to figure out how to diagnose the EW10J for the older one. Likewise, the TU5JP for the smaller engine. Okay, I hope this answered your questions.